It's a long story. Like the origin of the game is a long story, right? So.
The variance that Payday 2 has is so unique to the game.
A lot of variety.
There is always something that makes you come back to the game.
Okay, do I want to have a little army of sentry guns? I can do that. Do I want to be a sniper that can take out 10 people with one shot? I can do that instead.
And just being able to play with your friends and sort of just like being a bad guy.
There's not that many very much games like it.
It is a game where you've got 20 plus characters to pick from. You've got all these, different weapons you can choose, the different skill sets. It caters to about every play style physically possible.
In 2008, we went bankrupt. Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did a bunch of games, and then most of them sucked, so we went bankrupt. And that led to us trying our hand at we're starting a new company first.
Yeah, we went from 250 people.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, starting over at, we were 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. And we borrowed this basement and had it out as our office.
Yeah, we borrowed it from Fat Shark.
Yeah, Fat Shark were kind enough
Another developer, yeah.
It was their warehouse, sort of.
We had a small kitchen with a microwave oven, and if someone turned it on, the power usually went out. But yeah, good ideas came from that anyway, so I'm very happy to kind of have that moment in our development. It didn't start with Payday. It didn't start with actually being a heisting game either.
Me and a guy called Ilya was trying to get an FPS up and running with the team. We were like fooling around with that, trying to get psyched up, but I had no energy to do like sci-fi stuff. So I guess I just brushed off the old heist theme again.
We know there are a lot of good movies about it, but there are not really any good games being made around that topic.
Yeah, the idea was to make a game where you can live that sort of fantasy. You can be a Robert De Niro's character in Heat, and you can run into the bank and scream, "Everybody get the fuck down!" And then you see the civilians throw themselves to the ground, and you sort of hunker down around the vault, and you're drilling through the metal, and the police are sort of barricading the building, and SWATs are coming through the skylights with rappelling down on ropes, and chaos and the action.
I think a lot of us can relate to this idea of breaking free from commitments and the pressure and everything that goes into daily life with work and other aspects that are part of our routines and whatnot, and just breaking free from that and living a life of crime guided by kind of your own just sheer willpower and not letting anything stop you. I think that is very much an escapist fantasy that's very powerful. And then looking at Payday as a game, I mean, it's incredibly well conceived in terms of its foundations. The core experience, the formula of the game, I think, is very, very strong.
I think the character creation was basically, and the way we portray them, I think I have to say it's all you, Simon.
Well, the thing is with how Wolf really ended up in the game is we would record placeholder voices. And we were standing in the office with a mattress in a corner facing the mattress with a microphone in front of us. Just this makeshift sort of recording booth. In Payday, your voice is sort of a weapon as well. Like you press your mouse button and you shoot, and then you press the, I think it's F, and then you scream. And that's also sort of a weapon.
Yeah.
And it turned out that Ulf has a absolutely phenomenal screaming voice.
Come with me, Paxton. We're gonna make it.
So the placeholder voices, we were like, we can't replace Ulf.
Ah! Hurry! Move!
I guess the argument that got me over to doing it was basically if Simon was doing the story sort of guiding voice, and we had at least one team member from our team, but one character being played, we could always like do fillers and quick pickups and that kind of thing.
I would infuse respect in anyone. They'll be back for more within minutes, though.
At that point, obviously, we didn't know that it was going to be a rather popular game, and that it would be a sequel. But I just did the voice, and I thought that this voice has to cut through the noise and the gunfire and everything, and it's going to be distorted because it's in your earpiece, sort of, and it needs to cut through. So I didn't want to use my normal voice. I went up here and I added a little bit of like hoarseness or like so that the distortion would sort of hook onto that sort of raspiness of the voice and be more like a sharper sound that cuts through. But it's really it's I hate doing the voice.
Hope we can work together again in the future. We're set for life.
We went to E3 in 2011. We had not announced that we were making this game. I don't even think that we had announced that we existed as a company.
We had printed merchandise with Stone Cold as logo. I believe we had coffee cups, we had t-shirts, and we had a couple of other things. The Sony Online Entertainment called us basically 1 or 2 days before us going to this event, and said that we can't use Stone Cold. And the reason is because there is a American wrestler named Stone Cold.
So we had to change it. And we were like battling trying to come up with a good name.
And we just bounced ideas around. Like there was a lot of ideas. We wanted to get the idea of heisting into the title, maybe that it was a 4-player coup and so on.
And I think it was Martin that just gave up on us and walks out of the room. We were in the kitchen. We spent like 2 hours or something. I can't remember. And then
we had some good ideas like Crime Wave.
Yeah.
And
then he pops back in.
I blurted out Payday.
Payday? That's my memory of it, at least.
Like,
and everyone was like,
that's a good idea.
In the end, everyone kind of agreed, Payday works. We can do that. And I had to go back and change everything in the game as well to actually say Payday instead of Stone Cold and make new merchandise.
The past 10 years during Payday's lifetime, Starbase has changed in many ways, and we've improved, but more so the people inside the studio, those of us who, some of us have remained during the past 10 years, some newers. I think what's so important to realize is that everything we've been through with Payday and everything else has shaped us as a team and has formed us into this group of people that not only care about each other and our own experiences and making sure that we can make the best games that we can together, but also about the players and the journey they've taken through all of this. I think Payday's popularity stems out of two things, really. One is us, the developers behind the game, the thoughts we have about the designs, where to take it, what features to add and not. And the other part is the community, what they'd like to see, and how well we interact with each other. I think through that you get Payday.